Let there be light. Yeah? Hello guys, it's your girl Isla Blitz and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, then yeah. What am I doing? What are you doing, Isla? Well, I do gaming content and some random things that I want to do for my channel. What the hell? Okay, anyway, Blurry Face commented something and I guess he gave me a good idea to make another reaction video. Thank you, Blurry Face. If you're Blurry Face, I'm Funny Face. Boom. Okay, I'm trying to be funny. Anyway, let's watch this inside the demo. I never actually watched this before because why? Oh yeah, I was too busy in uni. Too many assignments and I'm in my final year and I'm almost graduating. Well, I'm graduating. What am I? Okay. Let's just watch this, okay? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just watching this for the first time ever. If this is your first time as well, then let's watch together. Up here. Boop. Okay, let go. Let's watch this. I'm so ready. I'm ready. And I'm ready. Okay, let go.
It's been about a year and a half since we showed anything from The Last of Us Part 2. In that time, we've really been kind of like heads down, quiet, because we want to make sure we have the proper time to do this game justice.
Yes. Good.
It's definitely our most ambitious in scope game that we've ever made.
We really wanted to wait until we had something awesome and new and exciting to talk about because we've been so mysterious.
Outbreak Day has always been a way for us to communicate with the fans about The Last of Us. It was like the day the outbreak happened in the fictional world of The Last of Us. And once we had this opportunity to line everything up for Outbreak Day, or in this case, kind of an Outbreak Week, we decided to put out a story trailer with the date of when the game's coming out and then show the press actual gameplay, let them get hands-on with the game. We're always trying to strike a balance of getting people excited for this game, show them a bit more of a glimpse of the themes this game is about, the cycle of violence, this idea of how far would you go to exact revenge to bring justice to the people you love.
Oh, look
and
at
then
those
we also
arms.
show that Joel is back
Neil's
and
working
you get to
out.
see him for the first time.
What the hell are you doing here?
Aww.
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
So we're coming into that first demo in wintertime where snow covers much of the ground, much of the buildings, all the surrounding areas. We see what's life like 25 years after a pandemic has wiped out most of mankind. We pick up Ellie, who was 14 in the first game, is now 19. She's living in the city, Jackson.
Which is where Ellie and Joel have been living for the past 4 years in this sweet settlement. What we come upon is their regular day-to-day life.
Yes.
We're coming in on Ellie and Dina, her best friend, patrolling the outskirts of Jackson, looking for infected to clear out to keep the area safe.
Ellie and Dina at this point have been friends for several years, but there's been underlying romance between these two characters. From the
I'll
demo,
just pause right here for the moment. Look how cute these characters. You know, Ellie growing up in the Last of Us. We played Ellie for the first time in winter time. You know, like how crazy it's like. You can see how they really love this game and how they really point out, hey, how about this and this? Like, too much brainstorming going on. These people, it's like, if you're gonna meet them for the first time, you can just not say anything and just stare at them. Probably that will be my reaction if I ever get the chance or be lucky to see them in person. But man, what a wonderful mind. It's like they're geniuses when it comes to things like this. Oh, shish. Okay, anyway, sorry that I just paused, but let's continue. Sorry.
put at E3 where you saw this festival and this dance and these two characters kissed for the first time. This demo takes place the day after.
And then over the course of the level, they encounter some truly dangerous things.
We wanted just across the board to make the
Okay.
enemies more threatening, to raise the tension that we started establishing with the first game. So that means the infected, even the lowest class, the runners, are more dangerous.
Oh my gosh, it's like wine. This game is kind of, it's like wine. This game is wine. The older it gets, the more it tastes good. I never actually taste like old wine, but you get the point, right? So meaning, in that part, sorry I'm pausing it, but that part, you see the infected or the runners actually eat, ripping off this person's gut, and you can see the blood, and then while he's eating the inside, I love it. It's like Walking Dead. It's like, this is Walking Dead plus The Last of Us. What a wonderful combination. Ooh, okay, let's continue. Sorry.
Something that was really important to us was empowering all of our characters, right? And making them all equal. Ellie, as we saw in the first game, is incredibly capable, but this is a world where you need to be capable to survive, and we wanted to empower everybody.
And
Yes.
the way that reflects in combat is,
Ooh,
yeah,
I
Dina
like your shirt, man.
is way more effective.
Rainbow
So
shirt.
when we have Dina going out, while she may seem the less hardened character, she knows how to use a gun, she knows how to stealth, she knows how to kill a clicker as well as Ellie.
Yeah, they're the great couple.
When we were looking to expand on The Last of Us 1 to The Last of Us 2, one of the things that jumped out as being an avenue that was really worth exploring was traversal. Ellie is so much more agile, kind of more athletic.
Okay, I
that
feel my
it seemed
nose
like
is
we should really
tingling.
pursue this whole avenue of
'Cause-
gameplay. Introducing like a real jump, like a real
Oh,
arcing jump, has
yes.
allowed us to make for much more interesting
Oh, this
puzzles,
is
more interesting
mouth-watering,
vertical
guys.
environments, and can frequently integrate well into combat setups as well.
She's able to move quickly in a lot of different ways. She can dodge attacks. She can squeeze through, we call them squeeze throughs. Oh, it looks
Squeeze
like I
through.
could fit through that. Oh, I can fit through
Yes,
that.
yes,
That's cool.
yes, yes.
And that has been such a great integration into the combat loop of like you're fleeing an enemy or you're trying to get a flank,
No,
you're
no,
in
no,
stealth,
don't cry
and you
today.
just kind of like scooch into a room or behind an object. In The Last of Us, you kind of rely on your weaponry. Like they're frequently the difference between life and death. They're with you for the entire game. A lot of the gameplay choices that you make are based on how you use them, how you evolve them over time through your upgrades. We really wanted to give an opportunity to look at them up close, to interact with them physically. And so the workbench seemed like the ideal
What
place
am I
to do
doing?
that.
So being an
I think over the
Italian
course
or
of the level,
whatever.
just talking about the tech for a second of just a snowy environment. We've got, all the deforming snow stuff you'd expect. Brushing by on horseback,
I
a
see
branch
that.
and the snow falling and collecting
Yes,
on the
yes,
horse,
yes,
like all these
yes.
things you would expect in a realistic grounded world. We have this weather, the storm kind of kicks up over the course of the level. It goes from more of a clear day into a blizzard. It's all just to build this tension of, the mess that they got themselves into. Can they make it safely out?
Eventually,
here.
they end up in this old abandoned library, and it's in this moment where Dina really pokes and wants to get the ball rolling on this flirtation, wants to bring down Ellie's walls.
And they kind of reveal to each other how much they like each other.
Bring down Ellie's wall.
And then we have a second demo that the
Seriously.
press played that's like much later in this story where Ellie started going down this road of revenge. She finds herself in Seattle, pitted against this group that controls the city.
Called the WLF. They're kind of a little bit like a militia that has taken over the town. They have a
WLF?
very zero tolerance policy
What
on
does that
people
mean?
who are not from Seattle, kind of intruding on their space.
And she hears over the radio that a male trespasser has been spotted, and she knows that the WLF are closing in on him. And so we
What does
find
the
her
WLF
negotiating
mean?
this abandoned hillside suburb.
And she's running into this new enemy type of guard dogs that the WLF are using. Dogs have a new sense of perception to bring to the table, which kind of puts this really interesting wrinkle on stealth gameplay where so far you've been dealing with sight
more
and
challenging.
sound, trying to
Oh,
stay
yes.
out of sight, trying to move slowly to be quiet. But now with enemy dogs, you have to worry about them picking up your scent trail.
If you go into
Yes.
listen mode, you can see, we have a visualization of that scent, so you can see like when the dog is sniffing you and where it's going. You can throw bottles to distract the dog off of your scent, and it just adds this extra tension.
The second part of the demo, even though you're fighting mostly human enemies, we're introducing one of our new infected classes, the Shambler.
And the Shambler is kind of a lumbering, tankier enemy that can take a lot of punishment. They'll kind of chase you down and try to get towards you and then burst and leave behind one of these lingering, corrosive clouds.
In the demo, we have this mini boss fight, and that class happens to be a stalker. It's a class between runners and clickers. It's a class that
Stalker,
can hide
yeah.
and run away, and we wanted to do a lot more with them in this game. And because we have this evade mechanic, you can kind of
there's
go toe-to-toe with
cockroaches.
someone.
Ah,
and you
shit!
can have these boss fights that we weren't able to have before. So you guys can go back and
That's
forth
such
and
a
exchange
dream.
combos and evade each other and slam each other onto like desks, and we can now render all these physics objects, and it's all done in service of just grounding you more in this world, making you more immersed
Why
in
am
this
I so
fight and feel
shocked?
like Ellie's
Oh my
barely
God, this
surviving
is
by the
great.
edge of her abilities.
He has a bow and arrow, and that's where you get your bow and arrow
So for The Last
from.
of Us 2, we've
Cool.
kind of almost completely overhauled the player upgrade system. For the first time in the game, you're able to learn entirely new crafting recipes just via the upgrade system. These are abilities that make your character feel really different. You are really able to pursue the playstyle of your choice and kind of make the Ellie that you're playing your individual Ellie.
We designed the whole experience to be something where it's a balanced stealth experience where you have a lot of tools to escape, you have a lot of tools to evade, you can entirely stealth past everyone.
Got something. We'll look into it.
And then the other big
Okay.
thing we
I'm
did
just-
to immerse the player is make the human enemies much more threatening. They communicate
This is
a
way
lot
too
more
much,
between
guys.
each other. Their
Too
AI
much
is much
information.
more sophisticated. We
Oh, no.
rewrote most of the systems for this game. So much of this game is a conversation about the cycle of violence.
Somehow my camera just died, but I can still make some videos. Let's continue where I stopped. Let's continue, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, let go.
The cycle of violence, and how do we make violence feel impactful to the player?
You can't stop this.
Enemies have names. So when you're going around and you shoot someone, you might hear someone yell their buddy's name, and they're now upset and agitated, and that changes their behavior.
Yes.
We got something.
To make a fully realized world, to really honor the impact of this violence, you have to honor every person in it. Nobody's a hero here.
The demo is
Already
2
seen
to
that
3
part.
hours of the game. You're seeing 2 different seasons, 2 different times of the year. It feels like a lot, and it's a tiny fraction of this entire game. And as we get closer to release, we're going to show more and more of the game, but we're going to be very mindful and conscious to not spoil like big things about this game. And I'm just super stoked for people to finally see the whole thing once
Yes.
it's out on February 21st, 2020.
Well, actually, it's not February. You extended it till May 29th, not February. They should cut that out. Overall, my impression for this demo. Wait. So, demo. Wow. So much. So, okay, anyway. Overall impression is that, seriously, this time, no. I'll stop searching for more information. This is my last, because this is way too much. Because I don't want to be full while playing this game. I want to be half full, because you want to be, more excited while you're playing the game. That's what I did in The Last of Us. I just watched the first trailer where people think that Ellie is like Ellen Page. I remember that moment, and I was like, is this Ellen Page? But she's also doing another game, Beyond Two Souls. But why is she also in The Last of Us? I'm confused. And then, yeah, that was quite a news. But then again, Ellie is different from Ellen Page now. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this video and hope you enjoy this funny reaction. Oh, I don't know, are you laughing while watching me? It's like I'm in total wow. Like it's quite hard to actually process what I want to say while the video is playing, because I don't know how. That's one thing about reaction, but you just want to watch it and then put your reaction in. However, it's a wonderful game. I just can't. This is way too much. It's like, what did I ever do to deserve such a game? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and hope you subscribe and like, and also hit the notification bell if you had to. Well, yeah, I'm gonna see you around, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Boop. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.